it's not like this is a big surprise. It's what people don't tell you about like being in your early 20s. It is really lonely. This is really deep for a chatty get ready with me. I've been missing academia a bit recently. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am sat in my dressing gown with no makeup on. It is about 8 AM on a Sunday and I am about to head out on a walk and just pop some makeup on. You might be thinking, why are you up at 8 AM on a Sunday? But I am a bit of an early bird and yeah, want to get out before the crowds get out, so I'm up bright and early and getting ready. So I thought it'd be a really good time just to do a bit of a chatty get ready with me and a bit of a life update. So with further ado, With no further ado, I'm gonna clip my hair up and get cracking. Excuse the way I look right now. Not looking my best, and I couldn't find my hairband. I really wanted to wear my hairband to pull my hair back, so I thought it might look a bit more, presentable on camera, but alas, I could not find it. So instead I've got this clip in my hair, but I don't like the way it pulls my hair back. Oh, I've just put, you know, every time I go to do these videos, I always put my makeup on in the wrong places from where I normally start and what I normally do, because I'm so focused on chatting. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Also, if you catch me looking off the side of the screen, as ever, my mirror is there because I cannot do this without a mirror. But oh, look at that bit of hair. But yeah, how am I doing? Not too bad, not too bad. I obviously moved house a couple of months ago, so I'm now in London, like actually in London. I changed jobs, which I kind of thought this would be a good chance to touch on all of these things, because I didn't want to do a really serious like I've moved jobs life update short video. I'd rather just sit and chat, because it's not that big of a deal. Like, I am on a grad scheme, I rotate around, so it's not like this is a big surprise. It's not like I've been applying for jobs and leaving my company or anything. It's just moving on to my next rotation. So I'm in a communications role, which I am loving. I get to rotate around different teams within communications as well. So I'm currently in channels and content, but I'll do some time in campaigns and internal comms and CSR, which is like corporate social responsibility. So it's really nice that I'll be able to get a bit more hands-on with what my company's doing in terms of like the environment and employee well-being and health and all of that sort of stuff. I'm really enjoying it so far. The team are the loveliest bunch of people I think I've ever met. They're just so friendly and welcoming, and from like day one I just felt like I'd always been part of the team, which is just what you want when you're starting a new job. Let me move my mirror around a bit and take a sip of tea. Which, yeah, it's just what you want when you're starting a new job and you're a bit nervous anyway. There's another grad in comms with me and she's really lovely and we get on so well, so it's nice having a friend there, because in my first rotation it was quite a big area of the business in commercial, so there were actually about 12 graduates. So my one concern about moving into communications was that I'd be on my own, but I am not. I have another grad friend and we do a lot of stuff together, and we just like get on like a house on fire, so that's what you want really. I mean, not really much to say on the job front. I've done some really cool things, like attended really cool video shoots and photo shoots, worked with a celebrity on one of them, which was really fun. It's nice that I'm in a part of the business that is doing like charitable work or oversees that as well, so it actually makes me feel a bit more fulfilled in terms of, I don't know, like who I am as a person. It's nice to see the good we're doing as well, and not just that I work for a big corporation that just makes a lot of money. It is quite nice to see this side of things, but only time will tell. I've only been in the role 2 months, so actually I'm moving on to my next rotation really soon, and I'm really excited about it. As for the house move, I love where I live. I'm so happy here. It is just a bit of me. It is like, it's like its own town outside of the hustle and bustle of London. So like I can get into central London super quickly and easily, but without feeling like I'm overwhelmed by the hubbub and like where it's too noisy and busy. It's actually like quite quaint where I am. Lots of like little bakeries and like knick-knack shops, candles and secondhand clothes, and grocery stores, like cake shops, patisseries, that sort of stuff, bookshops. There are so many bookshops, and I'm just in my element. It means like on weekends where I can't be bothered to trek all the way into central London, but I don't want to sit in the house all day and feel bored, I actually have something to do and I can just walk out. So that's one thing I'm really loving. I've been going on my runs, though I live in a really hilly area, which one isn't great for running, but two, the other point I was going to make about running is I've injured myself. So you guys know I think I've mentioned it before, that I have this constant problem with my, I think it's called IT band. It's basically like, I think it's like a muscle that runs from like your butt or your hip or something to your knee or whatever, I don't know, but whenever I overexert myself it plays up, and I have been running 10Ks recently, which is a big step up from the 5Ks I was doing last summer, and it just so happens I think I've pushed it too far, and my leg went last week, or 2 weeks ago. I took a 2-week break thinking it might help and was doing stretches and things, and then tried to run yesterday and I'm in a world of pain and I'm struggling to just walk, so I really need to just stop. Like, that's it, I'm out of action for a little while I recover. And yeah, it's annoying because I like getting out, but in a way I'm glad it's happened now when it's coming into winter than through the summer, because I'd be sat inside like, oh my god, the weather's so glorious outside and I have to be stuck indoors and I can't go on my runs. And at least now, like, I would have been coming into that period of my life where I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to run, it looks freezing outside, it's raining, it's snowing, it's windy or whatever. So better now than summer, and then miss out on the good weather and the plans and whatnot. What else? How am I doing in myself? I'm asking myself all of these questions. Oh, focus. Yeah, I'm doing really good. My parents are coming down next weekend, which I'm so excited for. What people don't tell you about like being in your early 20s or like moving out of home straight from uni is it's really lonely. Like, I have loads of friends. I have loads of friends that still live in Cambridge from my uni days. I have some amazing friends that I made at work, and I'm just like, how have I only known these people? Sorry, my hair's really bothering me on this camera, the way it looks right now. Let me just try and fix it. It's because this bit of hair is sticking up. I'm like paranoid about high look when I'm getting ready, but I'm going to straighten it later anyway, so it doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yes, got some amazing friends at work who I'm just like, how have I only known you for the last year or so, because it feels like we've been lifelong friends, and they've just really been looking out for me and really been there for me. But yeah, what people don't tell you is it's really lonely, and even though I've got all of these friends, like, you can still feel lonely. Like, every weekend is always really busy for me. I'm always meeting people and doing things. I've got loads of like graduate events at work, I see people at work, I get on with my colleagues, I go to Cambridge regularly. Yet for some reason, like, I still feel lonely, but I guess being around people doesn't mean you're not lonely. I think it's just when you finish work or whatever and you're like, right, well, that's it, no one to chat to now, I'm just gonna make my dinner, climb into bed, watch Netflix, sleep, or like read, go to bed. It's those kind of times where the loneliness creeps in a bit. The kind of socialising I miss is, you know, when you like live at home with your parents and you finish school, you come home, you do your homework, and then you'll all sit and eat dinner together, or you might sit and watch film together, or even if you're just sat in a room with somebody else and you're not speaking and you're doing two different things, like my mum might be ironing and watching the TV and I'm sat playing on my phone or reading a book in the corner, and just knowing someone's there. Like, this is really deep for a chatty get ready with me. I didn't think I was going to be this deep about how I'm feeling, but I do document my life as a young professional living in London, and this is part of it, so, and it's clearly on my chest if I want to talk about it on camera. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I miss, and I'm feeling a bit lonely in that sense. So I'm really glad that my parents are coming down. That's what I was getting to. My parents are visiting. So excited for that. Hopefully it will get easier as well, I guess. You might have seen on my Instagram, because I have talked about how I've been feeling low and it's been related to this. But I've been trying to invest more in my hobbies, obviously like running, but I'm a bit out of action there at the minute, which is also maybe why I'm starting to feel a bit down, because I feel cooped up, like I can't really do anything. So instead I'm just trying to go on walks in nearby parks or walk my usual running route, just so I'm getting out of the house. cooking more and planning my meals because I really enjoy cooking. I made a delicious pumpkin butternut squash carrot soup the other day, which was so tasty. I was going to film it, but then I thought I will be more stressed filming it because in case things go wrong, and then things will probably start going wrong because I'm stressed that I'm filming it. And I just wanted to enjoy doing it, and I'd never cooked this recipe before. But, well, I didn't even have a recipe, I was kind of winging it. I just got all my ingredients on the table and was just a bit like a mad scientist throwing things into the pot. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. There are some good things on the TV at the minute. The Crown started again, which I've started watching. Apparently Handmaid's Tale started again, but I don't know if that's a bit bleak, and I don't know if I want to watch it because I want some like joyous, like Christmas things and feel good things. Like I've started watching I'm a Celebrity as well, which I don't normally watch each year, but there's a lot of buzz this year, so I've decided to start watching that just as a bit of light-hearted TV, watching more YouTube, reading more books. You might have seen in my last vlog that I went to the local charity shop and bought loads of new books because I miss reading, but I read like fiction on my commute into work because it's about a 30-minute train ride there and then back, so it's a nice time that I just have to do nothing but read. But the kind of reading I enjoyed when I was at uni was poetry and annotating poetry, and I've been missing academia a bit recently, but not enough to like want to go back and do a master's. So I figured just let the inner nerd in me come out and buy some poetry anthologies and maybe annotate them when I'm bored and have nothing to do. Which I know sounds a bit sad. Some of you might be like, why would you do that? That's something you'd do at school. But I'm just trying to find ways of filling the time when I do feel these moments, like these lulls in my life. And I think it's because the weather's changed as well, so it's not as bright in the evenings or in the mornings, which really does help lift your spirits. And when it's light in the evenings, I can go on runs because it's safer. But obviously now with it cutting in dark, the only chances I have to go on runs are like in my lunch breaks, but I do have to be in office half of the week, so it's a lot more tricky to get outside now. And then I obviously do have weekends. I'm just trying to do as much as I can, like reading, cooking, poetry, Netflix, YouTube, editing vlogs, that I just as much as I can to invest in myself and stay in good spirits, pretty much. Self-care. I ran a bath the other day as well, which was really nice. That's one thing I'm looking forward to about going home for Christmas, which is actually closer than we all might think. Well, pretty much this is a chill weekend for me, and I looked in my diary the other day, and every weekend is now fully booked up until New Year. So that's a bit mental. Like, this is my chill weekend. Then my parents come next weekend and we're going to Winter Wonderland. I love Christmas. I'm so excited about Christmas. And they never really come to London because it's quite far to travel and it's very expensive. And if I want to see them, I usually go up home rather than them coming here, just because it makes more sense. Me travelling rather than the both of them, and it means I can see home. But they booked a spontaneous trip to come and see me because they were missing me and knew I was feeling down. So we're doing Winter Wonderland next weekend, which I'm so excited for. I think it's literally the first weekend of it opening. It's very early to start getting in the Christmas spirits, but you know me, 1st November and Mariah's on already. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then the following weekend I am in Cambridge. Well, the following week I'm meeting Astrid for her birthday, if any of you remember Astrid. And then that weekend I'm in Cambridge to celebrate Tim's birthday as well. The weekend after we're doing our famous Bridgemas dinner, for those of you who don't know. When we were at Cambridge, we used to celebrate Bridgemas, which is like Cambridge Christmas, on the 25th of November every year, and do Christmas dinners and things because our term times were really short, so we'd all go home quite early in December and wouldn't get all of the Christmas celebrations. Maybe that's why I start celebrating Christmas from the 1st of November. Maybe it's like a hangover from uni. We're doing that this year, and it's actually the first Bridgemas we've done in the actual month of December. So normally we do it at the end of November, but as things go, we were like, it feels too soon, we're all now working adults, we don't have to follow the Cambridge timetable because we can see each other whenever we want. So I think it's the 3rd of December we're doing that. So it's going to feel a lot more Christmassy this year. We've got Secret Santa. I might look for some Secret Santa gifts when I'm out and about today, but I'm pretty much sorted with mine, to be honest. I already ordered some stuff for them because I really like to take the time to buy. I like to sit and think about the things I buy and make sure they're really personalised and fit for the person. Like, I don't want to just buy a box of chocolates and some bottle of bubbly or something, I'd really like to sit down and think of gifts that are suited to them. We also do quite memey presents in our Bridgmas Secret Santa, so I sat and thought about that, and I'm quite happy with what I've picked. But I guess you'll just have to wait and see, because I don't want to reveal it, because the person could be watching. I mean, unlikely, but they could be watching. So that's the next 2 weekends. And the weekend after that, I've got, is it another friend's birthday? I've got like work Christmas parties, another friend's birthday. There's something I'm missing, I'm sure. No, I think that's it. Yeah, the weekend after that I've got another friend's birthday, and then the weekend after that I go home for Christmas, and then the weekend after that is actual Christmas Day, and then the weekend after that is actual New Year's Eve. So I'm literally fully booked up until the new year, which is crazy, but that's how I like to do it. Like, that makes it sound like I'm really extroverted. I'm not. Like, I'm like 50-50 introvert extrovert, but I think because I get enough of my like introvert time through the week, where I like work from my desk at home and then spend the evenings on my own, it's like I'm charging the whole week to then go out, be with loads of people on the weekends, and then go back to hibernating again in the week. Which sounds quite a funny way to put it, but yeah, so that is that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've got going on in my life. I guess I could just talk a bit more about what I'm planning on doing when my parents come. Obviously we're doing Winter Wonderland, but we want to do some quite Christmassy things, like obviously see the lights in Oxford Street and Regent Street and things like that. Sorry, I'm going to be really noisy now because I need to rush around for a brush. Oh, never mind, found it. What was I saying? Yeah, see the Christmas lights, and then maybe go to some markets, because I love markets like Old Spitalfields or what's the one by Borough Market by London Bridge, things like that. I think I'll deal with them. Eat lots and lots of good food is the plan. Just take it chill, because normally when they visit it's to help me like move, so we don't actually have time to do the fun things. It's always very stressful, like packing up and running around and unpacking and buying things that I've missed or that I need, or like just in general it's very stressful moving. And I'm very, very grateful for them for coming down and helping me, but this is the first time that I'm actually just visiting for leisure. So I can't wait to now show them London as kind of like a resident now, right? That's going to be really exciting. I'm really late to my Christmas shopping this year, but it feels like I don't have as many people to buy for, or we're just doing a bit more of a stripped back Christmas. Obviously with cost of living and things like that, it's a little bit tighter, so I think we're valuing more like family experiences together, like eating out and yeah, day trips, walks. So I don't have like a crazy amount of people to buy for this year, which is good because I live in London and it's expensive to live in London. But I'm very much looking forward to going home. I've told my mum I want to do some really Christmassy things with her, like seeing the lights, Christmas shopping. As I've said, not really shopping, probably more window shopping. What else do I want to do? Go on lots of nice walks, go to Durham. Obviously I live near Durham back home, so I think they might have Lumiere, the Lights Festival on. I know they did that, I think, in previous years, so would be quite nice to see that. And yeah, just soak up being in my home village. It's a lot colder in the north than it is down south, so I'm expecting snow when I go back and freezing cold temperatures, and I don't think my body is quite ready to go back to freezing cold Newcastle, because I've acclimatised to the southern climate, and as my parents now call me a southern softie, like I'm used to it being a lot warmer down here. Like it's going to be quite warm and sunny today, which is crazy for like mid-November. But when I go back I know it will be freezing. Like at times where it's been around 12 degrees here, it's been like 4 degrees in Newcastle, and like just there's a crazy difference. But I'm looking forward to that because they always get first snowfall up there, so I think I'll be very jealous when they start getting snow and I'm down here in London and the smog blocks out the snow and it's not going to feel very festive. So that will get me in the spirit. I'm looking forward to doing some more creative craft sort of things when I get home, like my jewellery making kit, my scrapbooking stuff, my clay kit, all of that stuff's at home. And as I said, I'm trying to discover more about myself and my hobbies and my passions and getting back into the things I love. So it'll be nice to go home and pick some of those things up, maybe bake with my mum, cook with my mum. I think I appreciate my time with my family a lot more now I'm older. Like I obviously left home at 18 to go to university, and didn't realise that was literally the last time I'd be at home, like living at home as a permanent resident. I think I always thought when I left for university and then graduated, I'd then go back home for a while and maybe live and work up there, but I've moved straight to London out of uni and off the back of graduating, and it's kind of hit now that like I'm an adult and this is my life, and I have my own life to live, and my family live back there, and now when I see them it's just as a passing visitor. And I never really fully realised or appreciated that that day I left when I was 18 to do my first day of university, that was it. That was me moving out for good. I mean, there's nothing to stop me moving back, but my career and my life and my friends are all here. So that's a bit of a weird one to think about, but it does mean I really appreciate the time with my family when I can get it. So looking forward to that. Get the Christmas films on, get the Christmas music on. One thing I'm really gutted about, I've just realised I've stopped kind of getting ready and just started chatting at you. One thing I'm really gutted about is obviously this year, and last year as well was the first year I think, but I don't put the tree up with my mum anymore, and that was our little tradition. We'd pop some Christmas songs on, have a little boogie, put the decorations on the tree, and as we got older used to do it with a glass of Baileys or two. And that was our tradition. Like, we always did it together and we loved doing it together. Now I can't do that because I live down here, so we're trying to make new Christmas traditions that we can do together. And last year we tried to make the new tradition building a gingerbread house, and then my mum got COVID. She was feeling a bit unwell, but we didn't put two and two together and realise it was COVID, and then the next day she tested positive and we were all in a panic. And I mean, luckily I didn't get it, but she wasn't very well, which was really worrying. But it meant that no one then wanted to eat the gingerbread house because we were all worried about all of the germs, which is unfortunate. I don't think gingerbread house decorating is going to be the tradition this year. I think we might just do some Christmas markets in Newcastle or Durham, and we'll see. I've now been rambling on for like 25 minutes and I'm pretty much ready. I need to just straighten my hair, put some clothes on and do my lips, but I hope you've enjoyed this chatty get ready with me. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. I've talked about the fun, exciting Christmas things and feeling lonely as an adult in London, and it got a bit deep, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's made some sort of sense. I feel like I've just gone on an incoherent ramble and just went where my thoughts took me, but that was quite fun. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing for Christmas. Are you already in the festive spirit, or are you holding off until December? If so, get the Christmas tunes on, Scrooge, because Christmas is here, Christmas is coming. And yeah, share some of your experiences below if you're also young and you know you've just moved out, you're at uni, or you've just graduated and are living alone, or even with friends like I do live with friends. Share your experiences, because the more we can talk about things, the more we can help each other, and that is my aim with this channel, I think. So with that said, thanks for watching everybody, have a lovely weekend, goodbye.